Okay, so welcome back to another episode of AudioBookAnime, aka blind proofing, aka whatever Johnny Grill needs to do today. We are here to get some writing done, so we gonna get some writing done. I actually started this at a very inconvenient time because I have to apparently use the bathroom. But other than that, I'm gonna use the bathroom and then be right back. Hopefully, I have a time elapse? No, time stamp is what I'm looking for, is the term I'm looking for. Hopefully I have a time stamp. Let me get the comments up and running.
Messages, pages, Finder, Google Chrome, 24, Writing Live, Audiobook Group. You are currently on a group. YouTube at guide, visited, link, you skip, navigate, up, play, posts, latest, pop, level 2, link, Writing Live, Audiobook Anime, Ep83, a epistemic library story. You are group. You are currently on a group. To interact with items in this group, press Control, Option, Shift, down arrow.
Okay, so now.
Now in 24 4K red circle lo-fi, reload this page. 4K red circle complimentary YouTube video.
Welcome back, everybody. You can comment now. Let's comment. Let's text my son and see about the overlay that reminds people, hey, if you don't text when you come to my channel, I won't know you're there.
Messages. Wife Catherine Diala message.
Sorry, it's just so much.
Record audio, emoji, add, but messages in your iMessage. You can find the links there in the description. Conversations, collection, your iMessage, Tuesday, out of mess conversations, in Angie Embry, pin, D plus 30, Joe, plus Dominic Gray. I don't even have money for food yet. Out of message, record audio, emoji picker, message, edit text. Y-O, Dominic Gray, period, space, O-A-Y, overlay question mark. Yo, overlay? Yo, overlay? Google Chrome, 24 4K red circle lo-fi hip group. End of, more actions, end of, 7 months ago. More action, heading level, the relaxed movement, 308K, 2 years ago, 3, heading level, more action, end of, 1 year ago, 12K views, Reaper Studios, heading level 3, more action, end of, 5 years ago, 500, level, more action, level, more act, level, more action.
What is happening here? I just want to turn up the volume on this video.
Reload this page. 4K red complimentary group. End of main. More action. End of more heading lo-fi tone 400 more act low heading more end 500 stomp heading level stomps playlist. More more actions.
Okay.
Button. Item chooser menu. 382 items. 24 4K reds 24 4K reds 150 one item pause keyboard unmute keyboard 15% unmute keyboard shortcut mute keyboard short 15% volume.
Okay, somehow it just got
20% volume.
That's all.
Messages 407 Streamlabs desktop pages. Untitled 3 window. Page 1 summary. 14 kindness and kinship. Symphony.
I think I'm gonna write Death Wish today. I don't know. I haven't put out a Death Wish chapter in like a week, so I'm starting to feel like I'm letting them down. But I feel like once I start going on that, it's not gonna matter, because I have this idea for an ad that I'm gonna run. It's gonna be my 4th ad. I think once my first video gets to 250,000 views, because it's currently at I think 181, something like that. It's not doing too bad. Someone's doing like 1,000 a day, 2,000 a day at some points. So that's not the kind of traction that I want. Well, I'm saying for a video that's supposed to be my hook in my funnel. So I'm wondering if this new one is going to be a better hook. And I'm also wondering if just advertising my Pocket FM channel is going to just do the right kind of buzz for it. I'm going to get that ad made. I'm going to say Saturday with some ease. Should be good. Okay. Let me dive in, guys. Yeah, Sober? Are you telling me to go to the bathroom because I need to? No? You just talking? Okay.
Google Chrome, Messages, Streamlabs, Finder, Safari, System, Speech Pages. But it owes something new. Select all. Page 2, page 1, summary. In page body, in edit text, select all. Actions available. Format text, do something new. As select all. Body symphony. Worked through the entire out of page 1 of 3. Footer, group, all quick nav on. Footer, body, in edit text, body 14. Kindness and kinship, all quick nav off. Actions, authentication. Log and enter password, window. Pages, Untitled 3, window, no action available, text, voiceover off. Voiceover on, screen curtain on pages, Untitled 3, window, body, page, body 14, end of text, body, beginning of new line, new P, 14, copy. Selection tag, back, change the volume 1, Ugly Girls, checkmark volume 1 hyphen Ugly Girl, Mythical Heretic, document, iCloud Drive, pages m-iCloud, recent place, volume 1 hyphen, volume 1 bootleg, vol 1 hyphen, how much does a city cost, Death Wish, graphics, volume 1 on dash why humans don't get, stream project, cornerstone story, 0, vol 1 hyphen a rumor of angels. Save, button. You are currently on a body, page 1 of 3, edit text body 14. Kindness and kinship is selected body 14. Kindness and kinship. Symphony worked through the entire night. Dusk ended in the same moment that dawn began. Close. Google Messages, for Streamlet Finder, Volume 1 Why Humans Don't Get Response, window, now in, How Much Does a City, now in, Volume 1, Ugly Girls, now in, Volume 1 Bootleg, now in, Volume 1, Blood, now in, Vol 1, A Rumor of Angel, now in, Death Wish, window, Gallery View, Graphics, 0.1, 2, 8, 10, 8, 9, 20, book cover, 41. The Future Young Master, pages. Now in, 41. The Future Young Master. Finder. Find pages, 41. The Future Young Master, beginning of selected body 41. The Future Young Master, speech muted.
41. The Future Young Master. Anyone else starting to see why their parents wanted them to come to such a backwater militia, rather than join the knights of our realm? Dane looked over to the only other young woman he felt was worth his time to fight against with, who was gathered around him currently, and found himself nodding to Reaper. The descendant of day-walking vampires had locked onto Riker the moment he stepped onto the stage and hadn't looked away until Dane glanced in her direction. "I'd be lying if I hadn't thought this was going to be a waste of me time until now," said Dane in response. "Future young Master Common-born. Many here believe that this was just a matter of time. He's been far too talented for far too long for people not to begin to notice him." "What do you mean?" asked Reaper, looking to Kindling. "Our city has tried to hide him and his talent since he was a child on the streets. May a holy hand would already have adopted the lad if it wasn't for Lester. Who's left?"
Okay, so in this situation right now, we got people around him finally being affected at a distance. Okay, so If people have been following the Death Wish story, what's been going on is Riker is forming this new ability. What it does is it's taking aspects of his menace title and affecting those around him. So the longer that he either makes eye contact or does things in front of people, the more that he is spread throughout their timeline. So like, he doesn't even have to have met somebody, and pretty much what ends up happening is he ends up making memories with them by like interacting with them. So let's say some of the people he's fighting against, I don't even know if we've shown this yet in this chapter, so maybe I shouldn't say that part, but he is essentially, his power is making a persona by changing the timeline slightly in these slight things. And it's not changing the timeline like, okay, this apple is red instead of the green apple that it once was. No, it's changing the timeline like, instead of him going left and going home after school one day, he went right and went and practiced with these kids in the streets on how to pickpocket. Or instead of him going down the street to meet this guard, he stayed and the guard came and found him and ended up teaching him how to use a sword a little bit. Or all these different things are slightly being changed by people just being around him. So the more people he's around at once, the more of the timeline is changed and the more volatile it is. So eventually he ends up having to like almost be an introvert and like hide, because that's naturally, he is naturally an introvert, but his power ends up becoming such a influential thing around the people around him that like, okay, at once upon a time nobody cared, so now people are like showing up in his town like, oh yeah, we knew this was gonna happen. Nobody knew this was gonna fucking happen. He literally just showed up at the militia grounds and just started doing his thing, and people are falling in line kind of like to what his influence is doing to the environment. Now, some people are going to fight against it more powerfully than others. Like the main character Lester is going to be doing it. Mayor Holyhand is going to be affected by it, but like still fighting it the whole time and like getting frustrated and not knowing why. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be fighting this. Even the girl Elizabeth that we're going to see get reintroduced probably in the next couple chapters is going to end up being affected as well in a different way. But, ooh, god dang. Ooh. Oh my god, y'all. Oh my god. Shoot. I don't even know if you guys can see me standing up, but yeah. So, there was something else I wanted to tell you guys. Ooh. What was it? So yeah, okay, so the people that have seen him before and interacted with him before and live in his town are more easily affected because there's things in the past that they have to anchor onto, right? But these nobles that are seeing him for the first time, they're being affected in a different way and they don't even realize it. Because like, what's going to end up happening is like, they're like, let's say he spars with Caleb, one of the other people that ends up getting in this line of people that he's dueling against. Caleb is going to have the most experience with him because in a past life for Riker, him and Caleb fought. So Caleb's going to get into the ring, make eye contact with him and be like, hey, hope you remember me. You know, we've dueled before and it was a bloody battle, but I'm not going to go down the same way this time. Kind of situation, which is crazy because for Riker, all this kind of stuff is new. Up until this point, and I'm even going to make point of that in this next episode that I start to write, Riker has just been like lying. Like he's just been like saying stuff to people to like see what will affect them the most. Like even in a previous chapter, he was talking to this criminal and he was like, I was surprised to see your name in the ledger and blah, 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 blah. Just making up bullshit. And it truly affected the people around him. So now those lies are going to be grounded in truth because the ability is going to force whatever he's saying to become reality. Now, here's where this gets crazy, because I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a dose that the people that are just following along in the series aren't going to get. What ends up happening is too many memories of Riker end up influencing the timeline. Like, people are like, I remembered him being over here, and I remembered him being over here at the same time. This was the same date, and you were over here, and you remember him, and I remember him, and this was the same date and in the daytime. So how is he in two places at once? Only way he could be at two places at once is if he can clone himself, and then the system forces that ability on him. Or the only way that he could do that is if he had like some sort of cultivation ability where he could move faster. He has one to a slight degree, but it wouldn't have made him move that fast. So that power is improved, and it essentially like is it all happens in this like explosion of soul energy that ripples throughout his timeline, and then just stretches his grandeur and his, you know, stretches his just his overall capabilities, because like if he did all these amazing things that they see him as capable of now, because of the timeline, or sorry, the time loop that he's been living through, where his soul is becoming more and more and more and more powerful. He doesn't even know why, but it's called a doom loop for a reason. The ability that he has that starts his days over if he dies, or, you know, doesn't meet the expectation of his skill. The reason why it's called a doom loop is because the only thing it leads to is doom. If you continue to have your soul stitched back into, you know, yourself, like you just can't die, and your soul is like more powerful, and then it's brought back in time, and it's thrust back into your body, and then it's more powerful again, and it's back in time and thrust back in, you're going to have an issue. So that's what's happening. It's soul doom loop. The doom is the loop itself. So eventually he's fighting against he's fighting against the doom loop rather than like any enemy that's too strong, or because if he dies, it takes that super powerful soul, thrust it back into a super powerful soul, making that even more chaotic, and he can't, you know, let that happen, because his entire timeline will blow up, and then nobody will be able to live in that time span anymore. So yeah, and that's why he's seen as a cataclysmic threat to another character, Lester, who is wanting him to essentially do the right thing and not blow up the timeline eventually, like his sister almost threatened to do. Not Riker's sister, but Lester's sister. A lot of details, a lot of things you got to work on. I'm going to let this play for a second while I go use the bathroom, and I will be right back.
Asked Dane, and Kindling and Reaper gave him a strange look, both ignoring the question entirely and moving on, as if they hadn't heard him. "He is the head disciple to Carter Omni, King of Slaves," said Caleb, leaning in from behind Dane, the far taller young man appearing like Dane's bodyguard with how closely he lurked at his shoulder. "That kid is connected to the man that is supposed to be our king's instructor." Kindling tapped his sword's hilt. "Indeed he is. But Lester isn't walking around touting his position, which is something he and now his own disciple both share, as many here don't know exactly how powerful Riker even is." Dane looked at Kindling, and the man shook his head slightly as Dane's question was obvious. "I don't know if he is truly a talent of your level, or even those around you currently. Anyone else itching to figure it out? Everyone there, including Kindling, nodded at Dane's words, and to even his own surprise, Caleb strode off, joining the line of youths trying to take part in the honor duels. Maybe I should have just walked over my damned self, thought Dane, watching as all his peers drifted to join the line, leaving him and Kindling standing there, until Kindling shrugged and drifted over. Dane felt himself begin to pout, and forced himself to not continue to frown at the back of the line. However, Vaughan's smile and wave at him solidified how disgruntled he felt. His father had not told Dane that there were going to be prominent powers in the city he was being forced to serve in. His elder brothers and sisters. weren't given such competition to obtain a leadership rank while joining the many random militias throughout the kingdom and beyond. So why was he? Yes, he was talented from what those around him said, but the longer Dane watched Riker, the more he knew the young man was holding back, each and every fight. His 9th and 10th duels were absolutely a showing of skill, yet Riker hadn't even begun to sweat. Almost as if the duels were practice bouts. Dane tried to devour the young man's every movement during combat, but each fight made that more difficult. Riker proved to be reserved in many ways. His capabilities with the sword were impressive for Dane to not know of him before now. However, what seemed even more developed in Riker's skill set was his kicking art. Trips and tackles probably aren't a good option. Dane watched a great sword hurtle toward Riker's knee, and Riker simply smiled, flipped, placing a hand on the still moving great sword, using it as a launch pad to right himself airily. A single stab lashing out to cut at the long hair of the young man Riker fought. A few strands falling to the ground as a thin line of red bloomed across Riker's opponent's neck. The young man bowed and joined a group of training scions that had all lost to Riker. The group off stage and deep in practice, until Riker finished the next match. The girl, using a bow against Riker, quickly learned how dexterous the young man was, as he literally flipped over an oncoming arrow, again proving to Dane and anyone more skilled in the audience that Riker cared not for his current opponents. Vaughn frowning with each aerial maneuver Riker successfully performed. Dane kept looking at the swordsman, finding that he too must have been agitated, that he could not partake. Dane's eyes roving through the growing crowd behind him. No longer was it just those in the militia or those attempting to join. Now the ranking citizens of Cloud Lake were filing in to see what had the training yard in an uproar, Dane shaking his head as more scions and low-ranking nobles joined the line. Dane turned back just in time to the instance he blurred across almost the full length of the stage and swung. The girl tried to dodge, and nearly did, but Riker truly hadn't been aiming for her, as it lashed across the young woman's bow arm. She had put up a good fight. She was incredibly mobile, and even relatively quick for her slightly larger stature, but still, "Please, don't make this any worse, Lila," said Riker. "You know what this will do to my family, Riker. I can't leave this stage alive. My father will kill me, Riker shook his head. "Survive the trials of your family, and if I become a lord on this day, you may serve our kingdom at my side. At least then the chance for you to regain your honor will come with time, Lila." Murmurs spread through the crowd, and Dane thought it was because of the kindness of Riker's words, only for Kindling to tap him on the shoulder and point toward one of the entrances to the training yard. "This should be good," said Kindling. Dane's brow furrowed as he watched the mayor and his 3 sons begin to mingle with those gathered. Mayor Holyhand's glare almost never leaving Riker the entire time the family approached. "Why do I feel as if I'm missing even more of what this city hides than just this kid's talent?" Kindling laughed. "That's because you are my young friend," said Kindling, starting to laugh as he pat Dane on the shoulder. "That's because we all are."
Okay, so it's time for episode Okay, so I'm gonna call this one a real sword. That's what I'm gonna call this one.
Speech unmuted. Decrease system decrease system volume.
Give me 1 second to give y'all tunes back. what did we call that? It wasn't publicity. Uh, I had this scene earlier where Riker is chasing down this girl when he chased down this girl when he's running around with Lester. He's chasing down this girl because Lester told him to get after her. Meanwhile, he's really just like peeping him out, seeing if he's worth his time, right? Because at this point in time, Lester is actually interested in him becoming his, protege. Not his scion, not his son, not anything like that. But now that's a different story. And we're only about 50 chapters in. But we're going to start to see a lot of crazy stuff happen for Riker, honestly, in a lot of these sessions, because the objective of this story is to put him in as many situations as possible with as many people in the city as possible. So he's just going to meet everybody, and everybody he meets, he's just going to Jesus, need some water, or like some coffee, or I put that Gatorade. Okay, Ziggy, what time is it? Ziggy, what time is it? Hello. Hi, I love you. Sorry, I thought you were saying that to somebody else. I'm sorry. Okay, gotcha. I love you too, baby. Mm-hmm. Thank you, baby. I feel the same way. A win is a win. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Pudding pie. That's so kind. Sweetly kind. Southern comfort and sweetened kind. Well, I hope that shows you some value. What you mean? What I do? Yeah, I'll be trying to tell you along the way, but you be like, nah, I'm not feeling that. It's scary. It's intimidating. I think you're being oppressive. I'm happy for you. I would like you to know that you don't have to fight your own greatness. Sometimes you just get to say, hey, this is actually the way things are, because you're telling your own truth. You didn't have to lie to Jessica. You didn't have to do anything. You just and it yeah. Yeah. Doing what? The same way. Oh, yeah, no. That I honestly I don't even want to have that conversation because of how it makes me feel very cry in front of you and sneer when you walk away, you know? And yeah. Yeah. But yeah. No. No, I'm listening. It doesn't, actually. It doesn't seem ridiculous at all. It doesn't seem ridiculous. Just... No, just not when she's weak. You know, we all have our moments where we just feel in a rut because of a series of things that struck us the wrong way, sensitivities. Like, literally, I honestly only think that me and you aren't in that rut as often as we were is because of, like, eating and the exercise and the you can depend on. Truly connected to. What scared me was what Alanis said when she was like, I don't know what vows they made to one another. I don't know either. And I don't want to get stuck there. I don't want to get stuck there. Yeah, I don't want to get stuck there. I agree. I think it comes to a lot with accepting your feelings. Accepting how I feel, accepting how you feel in the moment. I think that is a lot of what a strong relationship ends up being, is because you could be hurt by something I say and I could be hurt by something you say, but if we're understanding as to why it's being said, at least in the slightest bit, because yeah, you know, then there's a tomorrow. Yeah. Dang, what if I renamed you Goddess Tomorrow Jalo? Tomorrow is a beautiful name. I don't know. I like that one a lot. Yeah. 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 I understand, baby. Oh, tomorrow's a first name? I don't know. I'm asking you. I got you. Tomorrow, Catherine Jallo. Just be real. Exactly. I said exactly. What time is it, darling? Oh wow, really? It's that late? Oh my god, I would have ordered myself something to eat. Or something. I don't even think I can at this point. Hey, Catherine, let me call you back so I can order this food. Love you. Till we speak again. Come on. Hey, Mom, you got your phone? Are you sleeping? Okay. Mom, could you tell me this while you help me out? We only got like 7 minutes. I need to order off of DoorDash for Panera to my house for a pick 2, right? But I can't use Old National or my card because my card isn't on my phone. So I just need you to use my card or send it to yourself on Diallo Tribe or something. There's limited time. Of the timing, yeah. Yep. Unless Panera has an app, but they close at 8:30. That's what I'm saying. We ain't gonna make it. At least we tried. If they don't have a pick 2, I don't know. Nope. The Cuban without cheese. The Cuban with avocado. Cuban avocado. Chipotle. Yep. Sandwich and soup. Chipotle, chicken, avocado. Yep, no cheese. Tomato soup. Should say creamy tomato soup. Hey man, you lying? Is you lying? Are you tricking us? Okay. And can you send Dominic $20 from the hour? And that is the entire mission. I bet. I'm not gonna lie, I've been eating from McAllister's more often. I get the veggie soup and God, what's it called? The chicken salad chicken salad. There's a nut that goes in it. I think it's walnuts or no, it's not cashews. They put it very. It's from McAllister's. I said I told you I've been eating from McAllister's a lot more. Wow. Oh wow, the cow stuff, the cheese. Wow, incredible. That earlier when you said, "Oh, but you can't have that," I was like, "Who can't?" I'll show you what I can have, and then I just thought to myself, "Nah, I ain't about to." Got it. Okay. Okay. All right, Mom. I appreciate you. I hope you get lots of good sleep. I'm done bothering you, if you wanted to know. Okay. I would like to ask you. You ready, Mom? For my 30-second clip, if you could please give me 30 seconds of your time. I don't actually think that I'm asking for a lot here. I know that I am a grown man that just called you for assistance ordering food, but that's only because... Right. And that was because I cut myself off from being able to spend my own money, because I know that with great power comes great responsibility, and I'm not responsible enough to just have access to everything all the time. Okay? So, I appreciate you. Okay. To Dominic, yes. I mean, you could send yourself $48. And I kept you up for 10 minutes past your bedtimes for $5. That's not unreasonable, I don't think. For 10 minutes of your time? And using your own cell phone, was that really bad? Well, wow. I love you, Mom. I do. I do. You, the person. No, you, the person. To bring myself like just joy sometimes, I literally do think about you falling in the kitchen with the Tybo kicks. Like, just to feel better about my day. Like man, you know what I mean? Like, get air from bouncing off the ground. That's, man. I remember you just walking up, pipe. Oh my God. Yeah. So, all right, Mom. I need my 30-second clip tomorrow. I appreciate y'all. Love you. Be good to yourself. I'm gonna go try to write more books. What? No promises. Oh my god. I told you twice. I told you twice I'm gonna hit somebody today. That's what you stopping me. You think that because you got this camera on me, it's gonna make me change up my answer because I'm young? No, man. I'm gonna look that camera dead in the eyes. With my childlike demeanor. And you know what's crazy? Yes, assuredly, without failure, someone will be struck by me, the child. Yes, today. In here, in this place, yes, actually, yes. Yeah, no. Well, that's wicked. Wicked. Whew. Damn. Me too, Mom. Damn. Oh my god. You ain't never gonna catch me. That's the greatest thing I have heard in my entire life. Ooh. You might. Damn. Dark humor when it's found to be enjoyable. Good. That's hey. Jeez. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What you mean? Oh yeah, no, I am live right now, but no. Look at the wiki. You've used this app before? Okay. You acting brand new? Mm-hmm. We'll see what it does. I honestly think that's gonna. Mm-hmm. Okay. repair. The promenade. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Bigger square. We got moved to a bigger square. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I know. Mm-hmm. Mom, I've been working for myself for a decade. I don't know what that's like. I don't. Mm, society is built on comfort, Mom. And that's what, yeah, I'm just saying, society is built on comfort. So the problem is, like, you know how all, like, with time, everybody's like, oh, we're becoming more wise, and a lot of people are wisening up to the way the world is, and everybody's figuring things out. That may be true to a certain degree. Right. And not only just that, but figuring things out and doing nothing is what most people do. That's the problem is too much change makes people uncomfortable. Slight change over long periods of time is indistinguishable. People don't, even see it happening. But to be comfortable, I think is why I decided to work for myself, because I knew that if I was comfortable, my growth would stop. Yeah. Constant uncomfortability. Can I do this? How can I do this? What will make it possible? How will this make things easier? What do I have to do to actually get this accomplished? And much of it now I'm realizing, you know what it is? Don't spend money unless it's on a business. If you're not spending money on the business, don't spend it. The food you want, that meal is something that could be your everyday if you don't spend the money now. No. Yeah. Part of me just, I know what the issue is for me. I need an aspect of what I'm doing to be paying me just more frequently for things like my book writing and that kind of stuff. Because my pace is the only thing that bothers me now. I know that I can make money. You know what I mean? I know I can make money. That's not a challenge. I need to be able to make money in larger volumes with less cost. That's all. And yeah, and realistically, I think if me and Melissa go back to just pumping books out one every other month, we're gonna get there in like 4 or 5 years. Yeah. My 5-year plan is to have a rental property for every one of our bills, and realistically, that's kind of it. I want to just be able to, over the next 10 years, make it so that me and Marion can retire on beach property. And all of the bills are just paid by rentals. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's going to be pretty crazy, to be honest. The end of this year for the Diallo family is going to be crazy. Yeah. We got winter, we got birthdays at the ice rink, we got hockey season, we got figure skating season, we got all kinds of, we got 7-day a week open for the ice rink. We have, I no longer care about the upgrade to the snack bar. I'm just gonna make it work without them. I think that it doesn't matter what they want. It's what the customer wants, and that's what I'm gonna make happen, regardless of what they expect. I love you too, Mom. Please be good to yourself. Yeah. I have stayed on the phone. Oh, how long does this say my food's coming or no? Cool. Cause I okay. I'm gonna go grab my food, guys. Can you guys hear me? I wonder if you guys can hear me on the live. Because I got the music coming through my headphones all of a sudden. DoorDash? DoorDash? Oh, okay. That was completely creepy. Creepiest DoorDash delivery ever. You got that 20, right? You got that money, right? Well, let me know if you didn't, okay? Guys, that was the creepiest DoorDash delivery ever. I tried to talk to the dude twice. I asked him if he was DoorDash. I don't know. That was creepy. All the way creepy.
had fun playing games, learning slowly about the people around him, protective over the many good people who shouldn't be making it through. I have my sword. Still can't use magic, but if I make Lord, you need to fight until you intend to go through your first war, become pawn of the kingdom. Are you fucking kidding me, Riker? You have to fight knights to be able to get that rank Riker. You'll get yourself and everyone that lost to you killed. It's an achievement, even for the knights. They stop making rules. 10 is the maximum. The next one. And he raised his right above his shadow. Mine too. Brazil Holy Hand was a man with due to his extraordinary vitality, he'd already lived to look no more than 20 at the tender age of 3. Fought in wars, even children. You stretch beyond your bounds, right? The mayor was tapped on the shoulder by his wife. Sulking partner. I'm not. You are. You do this every time the boy does something impressive. You've been doing it for cycles. Since they were practically inside. I'm annoyed he's that hated so well. You're not
So I got with the soup. So I really like the pick two kind of situation. It's because I don't feel like I'm going like fast food's bad, but eating soup in a salad or soup in a sandwich, I don't feel like I'm like making the worst decision in the world. I could be eating far worse things. In fact, I used to. Yeah, I can't sing. I used to want to sing. I'm not terrible, but I'm also not as good as I could have been if I practiced every day. Mm. Mm. So for this next scene, we pretty much just see the interested parties. Right. I'm gonna lie to you. The winter strip for myself a little bit. So I'm gonna finish this up and hopefully hold on. Jeez, eat too fast. Anybody else a fan of Panera? Like, I'm a big lover of sandwiches. Penn Station, you know, McAllister's is okay if we're considering it as a sandwich shop. Um, the build your own method from Subway is pretty reliable. Die hard Jimmy John's fan. Haven't loved it as much as I did back in Indianapolis. I don't know. I mean, I know it just seems like maybe whoever's running it at the one by me currently just doesn't care about the quality of the bread. And that's like a huge part of why I love it so much. Yeah. I don't eat as much. I've never been to Jersey Mike's. I'm gonna go when my fiance moves down. Also, I'm thinking the food podcast that I always wanted to do. I'm just gonna do it with my kids because my daughter and my son have been going to breakfast with me pretty much every Saturday morning for months now, and we've hit all of the breakfast places in the city pretty much. Not all of them. We haven't been to the Wild Egg, and I think there's probably a couple more random spots we haven't been to. But sorry, lost in thought over food places for a second there. And I know there was a little bit of a dead spot in there while I was listening to my fiance. But sorry, guys, I will never not prioritize my family over anything I'm doing in the short term because I want them to always feel like I prioritize them throughout my entire life. I would like that be to be a part of their memory of me. Is that it didn't really matter what I had going on, that I cherished whatever they had going on as well. But yeah, let's get back to it. Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah, what was that? I don't.
You know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't
No. Aha. Got you. There we go. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. You don't like Panera, I would have told you. No, you tell me all the time you don't like Panera. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's always a random detail with you, bro. You told me. Heard. That's literally what I just said. No, I'm serious. Because I literally thought that you didn't want Panera. Or I would have just ordered, literally, I would have just ordered one order. What is it that you don't like? Tomato soup? I know that because of Alanis throwing up noodles out her nose. Oh, tomato soup? No, I don't. I listen to what you say. Realistically, that's bizarre. Most people, when they're sick, they eat chicken noodle soup. I sent you money for McDonald's, bro. It's not actually. There was like 7 minutes to order. Hmm. No, it will never diminish. It will only grow as time goes on. My beloved son. Huh? What'd you say? Oh, I actually didn't hear you. My computer was typing. Nice, dude. Huh? Why not? No. Oh, as long as I'm in bed by 8, I'm straight. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. To open? Yeah. I'm also much older than you, bud. If you cherish sleeping, your 6 hour stream could have been a 5 hour stream, and you could have still gotten to bed. Oh, okay, well, good. In the last hour, especially. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you had that for sure. Mm. I don't know. Love you so. Ziggy, spell archaic. Ziggy, spell archaic. Mhm. You guys think I should write a new series? It said that my series failed the review and then I could write a new series. Ooh, for retention. So part of me is wondering if I can get a lot more chapters out there because I think there is a lot of you know, there's a lot of potential. And I also considered giving my editor my login information so that she could go in and edit all of the like the repetitious uses of Riker and just a lot of different stuff. So we'll see. And also, I want to do that ad. So I don't know, man. I want to see if getting that ad will. Uh, we gonna go through this, bro? You just gonna keep yelling at me? You know I love you, but I will spray you with some water. Sometimes I just think my cat's childish, y'all. I think he'd be pranking. I think he'd be knowing that I be doing stuff, and he's just like, "Yeah, we gonna see how annoying I can be for a second." And I get it. Cats need attention. I need attention from my cat sometimes, man. Literally one earlier this week or last week, I can't remember. Earlier this week, I think I was real mad, real mad, and he just comes up to me, puts both his paws on me, and it's like he almost like vibrated the anger out of my body. He starts shaking, doing this like kind of thing. It was crazy, man. So sometimes I know I need my cat, and I get that, but my cat yelling at me like, "Hey, man, it's time to go to bed." I can't live that life, y'all. I love y'all, but sometimes I just want to be up late at night and write books. You know what I mean? Um, I don't even know how we been doing, y'all. I didn't even check the. Yeah, I didn't even check the. Oh man, we almost been live for 3 hours, and a lot of that in the middle. I'm sorry, I know that was just me sitting there talking to people on the phone and stuff, but it is what it is. I think at this point though, I'm a little bit discouraged about not making the review. And it's not, I was worried about like cursing and all kinds of stuff like that, but it was literally just for retention. So again, I really think that if I kind of want to try an advertisement for it. So I'm going to try advertising it for like 3 or 4 days, see how my numbers change. And if it doesn't change at all, that's when I'll consider writing a new series. Maybe touching up the series, deleting it, and then relaunching. You know what I mean? We'll see. Who knows? Maybe it's time for Death Wish the second loop. Right. Who knows? Who knows? But no, honestly, I really like where this series is going. So I think I'm going to stay down, consider giving my editor, the ability to edit the chapters and get rid of my retention. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to wipe this up. Get rid of my repetitive stuff, and then just see how that goes with the advertising. Because once I have some real eyes on it, and people are like, "Oh, I hate the spelling mistakes," and "Oh, I hate this," or "I hate repetitive," blah blah blah, that's when I'll know if the series really isn't doing well, or if it's just not getting the attention it deserves because there's nobody promoting it or getting it out as much as could be. So, yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to shut it here. Go call my fiance, make sure she's okay. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for buying. Thank you for buying the books. Thank you for subscribing to the Patreon. Thank you for supporting me in all the ways you have been. Hope you like the new gear. I've been waiting to sport this kind of stuff for you guys now. I'm gonna work on the timeless hoodie for you guys with my fiance here soon. Get that ordered and start wearing that one too. So yeah, appreciate you. I hope you guys are being good to yourselves. I hope you are living your lives in ways that makes you excited for the next day. I hope you're creating as much as you need to and being good to yourselves in ways that will make you feel rewarded by all of your hard work and gets you every bit of the dream that you're fighting for each and every day. Please come back tomorrow. Please subscribe to me on all the platforms. Please be good to yourself. Please be easy on yourselves. I know sometimes that the moments in between our successes feel draining and hard, but sometimes that's just what we need to be doing to make the next day better. It's the hard work today and climbing through the mud. So thank you. What is you doing, dude? Sorry, my cat be growling like he's fighting storms or something. Oh, you heard the person at the door. I'm like, dude, you ain't got a demon growl. God. All right. But yeah, please be good to yourselves. I hope you're being rewarded by the people around you and that they are also loving what you're doing, creating, and supporting you in ways that you never felt supported before. Thank you for coming back, guys. Thank you for being good to me, and thank you for being good to yourselves. I'm going to manifest that for you. Otherwise, I love you guys, and until we speak again,